All right, welcome in everyone to A Programmer Plays Blaster Master Zero. In our previous episode, we managed to do some underwater exploration. We haven't actually completed the exploration down here, but I'm not actually sure that we need to. We'll take a look, just to look, I guess. But my impression is that there's not actually much benefit to doing this, so we might be popping in and then popping back out in a hurry. Yeah, so this is just where we were. So yeah, we'll pop out and then pop back in because there's no benefit to going that way. Interesting. Huh. The way that it handled that transition was surprising. Looks like we made it to Glacier's area. How's Fred's signal, Eve? Oh good, I can still pick it up. Great. How about all those mutants? Any changes since last time? It looks like some of them are still there, but most of them went elsewhere. Just can't get a read on these guys. What could they be up to? Jason, I know you want to find out, but we gotta focus on looking for Fred. Yeah, that's true. Sorry, you're absolutely right. Sorry too, I spoke too strongly. The ground looks like it's gonna be frozen going forward, so please tread extra carefully. Me burning up effectively half my health. Doing that. Alright, interesting. Hold on. I want to check this out. Okay, that's... oof. That's actually quite bad for me. For something that, like, ultimately did not benefit me. That makes sense. Alright, so we're gonna have puzzle stuff. Interesting that these enemies have activated now that the area is properly frozen. Okay, noted. I'm a little surprised that the game let me get away with that, and I'm also surprised that that's what it wanted me to do, as far as I can tell. Just accept the hit is so rarely the intended video game experience, you know? Alright. Let's take a gander. So yeah, cave down there that we've done, cave up here. This is Looking more Metroidvania-y than some of the others. Self. Busting these up in hopes of there being some health, and there's not. One HP in a dream. Totally sure I understand the system by which the health and stuff actually respawns. Or I shouldn't say respawns. The system by which it spawns at all in the first place. Also, it's been a while since we've seen a save point. That was a risk. Yes. 2 health points. Eyeballs. Six of one, half dozen the other, I guess. Interesting that they've used, like right here below me, we've effectively got an outer wall against another outer wall. I assume just to break up the visual monotony and make things more interesting. It does suggest a hidden path that I don't think is actually there. Like, if I tried to, like, squeeze into this, my character cannot do so. And this is a common enough, thing with any kind of sprite-based, tile map mapping system. You'll have kind of weird little, like, hey, the player, like, misinterpreted some visual information. That's perfectly normal. But this was nothing. This little map, I don't want to call it a waste of time, but I got nothing effectively out of that. Other than, some YouTube content, video commentary about tile sets sort of folding in on themselves. It's possible there's, like, some it's possible that there's... Oh, did not want that. Unfortunate. Bank. Let's see where this pops us back out now. Okay, that's not bad at all. I wasn't sure if it was going to treat each entrance and exit as a discrete save event, or if it was going to, reset us back to our last save point, which would literally be, the top of the episode. I feel like this has got to be a secret or something, but I don't really see in what way it would be. Like, fun that these are getting progressively more... I don't really want to use the word challenging, but, like, challenging is probably the correct word to use. Yeah, sure. nice before. Assuming this is a walk around the long way situation. Entirely possible we could have just like accepted a hit or two or taken a slightly riskier path and been able to do that. I don't know, it doesn't really look that feasible. Warning, Keeper's Den. Easy enough. Cannon shot a shell that makes a large explosion on impact. Hold the shoot button to charge it, then release the fire. Okay. Ah, okay. Fun. Interesting that it pushes us back so strongly. Okay, and it does hurt us. Though, noted, I guess. Our frog! Is that Fred? Fred's a robot? Poor little guy's pretty injured, but he's still alive, thank goodness. What's this? Looks like machine parts. What are those doing here? Jason, could I have a look at him? Yep, he's fine. Sophia is equipped with everything we need to treat him. Seriously, that's awesome. I can't believe we finally found him. What's going on? Hang on a second. Looks like something happened at facility in there. Guess I'll have to check it out. I'll leave Fred's treatment to you. Alright. Do we want to go for top one or bottom one? I guess we'll go for bottom one. Oh god. That went very poorly. No. Alright, let's see how we do. I keep waiting for these to have like a little more, like a little challenge before you can flip the switch, and it just keeps not happening. A little surprised that worked. Alright, 1 HP and a dream. Whew. Let's see what we got. I wonder if I should be placing my bet about like what I think the boss is going to be. Given the amount of eyeball stuff that we've seen, it would make a lot of sense for the boss to be eyeball themed. But also, since it's an ice area, I can totally see... Ooh, that was fortunate. I could totally see like a Yeti or something like that. Maybe a penguin. I feel like a Yeti would be the traditional choice. A little surprising because the map shows icons where things are, it means I can pretty much beeline and ignore these other rooms, which I'm sure contain like goodies like, you know, health and the pink things in order to charge me up. So if I needed it, I'd go get it. But like, otherwise there's not an incentive for me to go interact with that. Laser room? Is this supposed to be the control facility? This is supposed to be the control facility for the glacier area, but it looks like there's nothing here. Watch out, Jason, I'm detecting a mutant in that room. Huh? I think this entire room is a mutant. Looks like there's a lot of them, but they aren't gonna stop me. The forbidden weapon. Ancient freeze. Is it a freeze ray? Just a whole bunch of eyeballs? Trying to like limit the number of possibilities that I have to contend with at one time. No. Oh, that's interesting. I'm guessing that there's just like a point at which the enough of the room has unfrozen and it decides to come back. There we go. Flamethrower actually proved pretty useful. Also, we guessed correctly, I guess, about which boss to go for first. What do we got? Wall climb. Climb on cliffs and walls. Move toward a cliff or wall while holding the wall button to begin climbing. We have a wall button? Great job, Jason. Are you alright? You're not injured, are you? Nope, no injuries. All good here. Whew, thanks goodness. I have something I want to talk to you about when you get back. Got it. I'm heading back now. Thanks. I'll be waiting for you. Alright, so wall does seem to be... What's the button, though? Or is it this thing? So, you had something you wanted to talk to me about? Before I do that, Fred, go over and sit with Jason. Rivet, rivet. Fred was sitting in the palm of her hand. He seems to understand our language because he hopped over to me and sat by my feet. All his injuries looked like they had been healed thanks to Eve's medical treatment. Our drone here, also known as Fred, had but one purpose when it came to this planet: to blend in naturally with the creatures that lived on the planet and search for the whereabouts of mutants. Eve, what are you saying? Then the mutants began to consume all the planet's natural resources and life forms, and the planet fell into a state of ruin. The mutants once invaded my home planet too. Thanks to the help of some extraordinary people, we were able to hold on to our home, but the destruction was massive. That's when we developed something that could oppose the mutants that were scattered throughout space and rescue people on other planets at the same time. That'd be none other than Sophia 3 here. It's also a project that set out to create a support bot that could perform maintenance and adjustments on Sophia. As for that support bot, well, that's actually an android, model number Nora 2057 Eve. In other words, that's me. Oh, hold on just a minute. Are you saying that you got your memory back? Yeah, sorry that I didn't say anything about it until now. No worries, Eve, but is everything you just said really true? Yeah, honestly, I'm not supposed to be telling you this. Excessive interaction with the planet's native life forms is forbidden. But since you saved me, I felt that you had the right to know. No, that's not it. I really just wanted to tell you everything. Eve, thank you for fighting alongside me all this time, Jason. This is where we part ways. I have to continue on this on my own. What do you mean? It's exactly as I said. You found Fred, so that means you accomplished what you came here to do. That's why there's no need for you to keep putting yourself in danger fighting alongside these mutants. Fighting against these mutants. Leave the rest of this to me. I want you to return to the surface. No way. But Jason, why? There's still a lot I don't get, but if these mutants are aiming to destroy the Earth, then I can't just walk away now. You don't have to worry, I will... Can one really do this all alone? Where's the guarantee in that? If you fail, do you have some other way to stop the mutants? Well, even if you don't think you are gonna fail, you should always eliminate any risk you can, right? You know what needs to be done in order to make that happen. Eve, I want to be there for you, just like you were there for me. It's my turn to support you, Eve. I held out my hand towards her. Jason, will you give me your support? Eve's hand joined together with mine. I held it as tightly as I could. Yeah, leave it to me. Alright, so, the big reveal. Eve is an android. Fred is a drone. There's aliens. Mutants are presumably also from space. I'm not gonna lie. Aliens making an android doesn't... that's not crazy, but it is weird. And it leads to questions that kind of need to get addressed quickly, in my opinion. Because otherwise it's okay, but is this a Star Trek scenario where the aliens just look like humans? Why is the Sophia 3 called the Sophia 3? Why has it got English on it? But I don't know, it just sort of glossing over some things that are it would take a couple of sentences to deal with, just to be hey, yeah, I'm designed to protect the Sophia 3. I have an adaptive appearance to match with the environment that I've been sent to better. Sure, that would be fine. But yeah, I don't know. She's of alien make, but she's an android. It just didn't super land for me. Alright. What on earth is the wall button? Alright, it is apparently right trigger. Or is it? Yeah, it's right trigger. Gosh, that is... I'm not gonna lie, that is a little bit clunky. Cool. Gosh, where's that gonna pop me out? Okay. Thankfully we can skip that cutscene fairly easily. it's still pretty clunky. I think that what you're supposed to do is tap a direction. Actually, hold on. Is this even the way that I want? Yeah, okay. Alright, let's reset. Get that ice back in here. Never mind. The ice is... But definitely... that's got a lot of possibilities, which I feel like I am going to mostly overlook in the heat of the moment. So slippy. Less than ideal. Jump on the damn ladder. I think this game doesn't really have much in the way of coyote time. By which I mean, like, there's not much, like, input buffering. Oh, right. I suppose there is the benefit of being able to just plow through. Alright, let's take a look at our map. Boss is above us, so we will switch to the beam, see how we get on. Oh, a variant. Remote blaster. Ooh, okay. took damage. I didn't even register that I had. There we go. Flamethrower comes in pretty clutch good. Remote blast. Activate Sophia via remote to unleash a super-powered lock-on shot at a target. A weird thing about this game is I feel like most of the time it's too easy, but then I'll have a like 2-second brain fart and I'll just get destroyed by one minor enemy. And that, I don't know, that those two statements feel out of sync. Right there, like, that's not even a brain fart, that's just me being unnecessarily risky, but like, I used an ability, and very nearly died for it. One of them. Alright. So it actually wants me to exit. I want to at least take a look at this next section. See what it... I think actually I've been misreading this. I don't think this is the next section. I think this is a... Oh. Here-ish? Oh, I think I see it actually. Yeah, secrets. That is a big explosion. Weird. Hooray, life up. Interesting to have these radiation blocks here like this. Alright, well I'm glad that I went out of my way to do that. Now we just need to exit. I need to remind myself that there's not any there's no XP, there's no currency. Like, there's really no benefit that I can tell to killing enemies, other than sometimes they drop health. And they're in your way and trying to kill you. Come on. I've said it before, at length, probably significantly too much length. Metroidvanias often struggle with the player gets to a certain point in the game and there's not really a reason for them to continue. Wait, how did I overlook? Oh, I remember now. Have to go through this in order to get out. Anyways, a player gets to a certain point in the game, and there's just not really a good reason for them. I hurt myself doing that. To continue fighting the enemies. So you end up just sort of like speedrunning your way through. Even if you're not speedrun inclined, even if that's not your idea of a good time. A lot of players end up being like, I shouldn't engage with the enemy because I'm burning time and taking risks of accidentally taking damage. right there, actually. That right there was a perfect example of how I was engaging with enemies. And because I was, I ended up taking damage. It was entirely my own fault, but, like, still. Getting the energy upgrades, or not upgrades, but refills, feels so, I don't know, not useless, but like it doesn't feel good. Alright, so also exiting out of here. Lost almost as much as we gained there, so... There's a secret over here that I want to see if we can get now. Do we think that that's connected to that other door down there? To be honest, I've forgotten what the interior of this one is, so I mean it's the right tile set, so yeah, this was the loop, vaguely remembering. Double check that there's not a hidden spot. Like over here, this feels, you know, there's a symmetry there, right? Really trust it, but I don't know. It's probably very painfully obvious in hindsight. Checking to see, like, is this starfish a button or something? I don't know. Alright, well, there is actually also the question of trying to see if there anything that I think would be a method by which I could do something with the operator. Oh, they really are just like headed back. We actually do want that because we have taken some hits. Taking some more hits. Back to Area 1. Ah, back there. Interesting. This is kind of a long backtrack. I'm gonna drive up this just to see. Like, if it was me, I would put a secret up here. Alright. Gotta be a little bit better at doing the things. That definitely feels like a ship takeoff point or something. Alright. I'm gonna, for now, assume that that's story locked. So, let's get to... There should be a save just right around the corner, right? Yeah. Get to this. And this is where we're going to call it for this episode. YouTube! Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!